Democrats now are blasting Republicans for a fundraising presentation that's using fear and crude caricatures to encourage people to donate. This page was part of an RNC PowerPoint presentation left behind at a Florida hotel last month, obtained by Politico. You've probably seen the picture of President Obama before, the one of him as the Joker from the Batman movie. Well, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is cast as Cruella de Vil of 101 Dalmatians fame. And finally, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid compared to Scooby-Doo. They call this the evil empire. The presentation was delivered by Republican National Committee Finance Director Rob Bickert to top donors in Florida. Now the RNC says it does not condone the language. In fact, RNC Communications Director Doug Heye joins me now. Are you embarrassed by this?
Well, it's certainly unfortunate language and images, and that's why we took the proactive step before the article came out. Really, as soon as I found out about these images and this language, that we made sure that people knew that it was unacceptable, that the chairman didn't know about it, that he himself had found it unacceptable. And the real reason they're contested is because Michael Steele has experienced this personally. Steny Hoyer said that he was slavish. Nobody called for his resignation then. Tom Miller, the president of the Maryland State Senate, said that he was Uncle Tom. Yeah. Those are unfortunate things, and Michael Steele knows these slings and arrows personally, and that's why he was upset about it. And that's why we made sure that this was over and done with as quickly as possible.
Yeah, in fact, Doug, you point out that often it is controversial, the tactics that are used in fundraising, and Democrats are not without blame in using similar tactics when they were trying to raise money while George W. Bush was in the White House. But this was a presentation delivered to donors, we understand, by the RNC's finance director, Rob Bickert. And what might be particularly interesting, I mean, the Politico characterizes it as displaying an air of disdain for the party's donors, usually confined to barroom conversations of political operatives. Is there a way that you have to use sort of underhanded tactics if you want people to have a visceral reaction and to give money? Is this part of politics as we see it in this day and age?
No, absolutely not. I really think in this day and age, it's not about anybody trying to push fear. It's about us listening. And what we found out every day is that voters are scared. I think if you're Claire McCaskill, you saw voters scared in a town hall meeting last August. If you're Arlen Specter, you sure experienced that personally at a town hall in August. Voters are upset. They're scared about what's going on with the Obama agenda.
Does that provide an opportunity for Republicans to make money?
Well, absolutely. We're going to talk about these issues and raise money so we can be competitive and fund victory programs in key states. But, you know, again, these images were unacceptable. The chairman found them to be. I sure wish Democrats would say the same thing when Dick Cheney's cast as Darth Vader, a real villain in my youth. Eric Cantor's cast as Dr. No, the old James Bond villain. If these things are out of line, and we think they are, they ought to be out of line for everybody. That's why we put a stop to it.
It's a strong stand on those images themselves. Let me ask you about another part of the presentation. Republican marketing strategies revealed here, called RNC Marketing 101, dividing fundraising into two categories. The visceral giving, we were just talking about that, where the donors are motivated by fear or extreme negative feelings toward existing administration, and then major donors treated as calculated givers. They say that their motivations would be that they want access or that they're ego-driven. Is that how you see Republican donors, that they're either fear motivated or ego motivated?
No, we know that they're motivated to do what's best for their country as they see fit and donate to the Republican Party to elect Republican candidates.
But
and
Doug, this was the finance director giving this presentation.
Well, and that's why in the statement we said that was unfortunate language that the chairman didn't agree with. You know, I can tell you, speaking for Chairman Steele, you know, we don't just like our donors, we need them, and we need them to help us fundraise so that we can be competitive and take back the House and turn Minority Leader Boehner into Speaker Boehner, and we can turn Mitch McConnell into Majority Leader McConnell. That's our priorities, and our donors are real partners with that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that it's going out that far on a limb to characterize big donors as wanting access to the power players in Washington, D.C. Do you?
We think all Americans want access to their government, and that's a good thing, Contessa.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Doug, I really appreciate that you spent some time today explaining the RNC's take.
Anytime. It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you, too.